What is up, you horror nerds? It's me, your host, once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm bringing a movie that there's so many flipping movies with this name, but you should maybe check it out, maybe not. Let's talk about it. 2006, Pulse. This is rated PG-13, runs for an hour and 30 minutes. If you haven't heard of this film, this is actually the unrated version. I got it for like $3. Did I waste money? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Unlike any horror film you have ever seen before or will ever see again, says Earl from Wireless Magazine. All right. The year's most original horror film, Pulse, takes fear into a new territory, the very devices we trust to get us through the day. When the dead discover a means to contact the living through electronic devices, cell phones and computers become open gateways to monstrosities and destruction. Starring Kristen Bell, Christina Milian, Ian Somerhalder, and Wright Gonzalez. Pulse is loaded with terrifying thrills and gruesome special effects and capped with an astonishing surprise ending. So first off, it's PG-13, so you know it's not going to be that scary, okay? They could have pushed it up to an R and it would have helped, but it's PG-13. It is what it is. To me, that personally hurts the horror movie, unless it's an older one. But anything 2090s and up, it should be rated R, unless the story is just fantastic, which this one is not. Now, it is hilarious that it says it's the most original horror film, because this is actually a remake of a Japanese film. And how can it be original? Anyway, this leans into more of like the sci-fi, cyber, psychological / supernatural thriller, and, which is of course like a subgenre and offshoot of horror. But the idea honestly is pretty neat, especially the world that we live in, that my phone could actually try to possess me or like try to, attack me because of the dead or whatever coming through an electronic device. Like I said, this was a remake, though, of a 2001 Japanese film of the same name, but it's not as good as that one, so it just cracks me up that they would even put that on the back. This was co-written, though, which is hilarious, by, of course, you had the Japanese original writer, but then when it was revamped, this version was actually co-written by Wes Craven, rest in power, my friend, who, of course, did Nightmare on Elm Street, did Scream, People Under the Stairs, just a freaking icon. Now, what's wild about this is there was two other writers on here. Wes Craven ended up disowning this film. He said he wanted nothing to do with it because Wright, one of the other co-writers, actually took Wes Craven's portions and basically gutted it. Took a bunch of his stuff out, revamped it, and it basically looked nothing like what Wes Craven offered to the studio, and just ripped it apart. Wes Craven hated this film. He disowned it and said it was the worst film that he had ever seen, and worst film that he wanted nothing to do with it, which is ouch, It does feature Kristen Bell, though, which, beautiful woman, great actress, super, super cool. So the story is not good, thanks to Mr. Ray Wright. He kind of killed the story. It's based, the acting is okay, though. It's not horrible. There's not really a lot of suspense in it, even though it tries to. And I think, again, that all leans because of the PG-13. It's just kind of it's an okay film. Like, I watched it, and I was just kind of like, not engaged the whole time and things like that. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. It's just an okay film, and especially after I read the part about Wes Craven, because the guy's an icon, and how you going to piss on his stuff and think that your writing's going to be better? Yeah, we've heard of Wes Craven. Ray, sorry about it. 4 out of 10, 2006, Pulse. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. Stick around, have more content.